Welcome everybody to a Scrag Mechanic Craslander mod video. In this one I'll show you how to make a battery generator using a simple trick, so you can have infinite fuel. Without further ado, have a look at the build. First we'll grab the blocks of our choice, and we're going to make an static setup. We're going to make a base, then we're going to make a rectangle out of it, so we can start putting the bearings and the alternators. We're going to put a bearing and count 2 spaces from it to put another one, so we can make 2 towers. Then we'll start putting the cylinders or the blocks of our choice, and we're going to put the 4 bearings that are going to power all the system. In this case, it's important that all the parts are weld together, so that's why I'm going to be using the welding tool that I mentioned earlier. So using this trick, I can weld all the pieces together. And I'm going to be making 2 towers, one using cylinder and one using blocks, so you can see the difference. Next, I make sure that everything is well together, so I can start doing the setup again. Then we put the alternators on the base, and bear in mind that it has to be attached to the base that you're making, because if you put it on the ground, for example, it won't be able to attach to the bearings. Also, the alternators have to be connected to the top ends of the bearings, be the base or the end of the tower. Next, we'll grab our controller, the logic gates, and you can also put a timer if you want, but you can work this setup without one. We are going to need 3 logic gates to make a loop, and we're also going to need a switch so we can start or we can stop the cycle. Then we're going to connect the controller to the bearings. Bear in mind that only the middle bearings, in this case the 4 ones, are going to be moving. The other 2 in the tower are for the alternators. They don't move. On the setting of the controller, you're going to put all the bearings in 360, and we have to put it on max speed. We are going to use only one step because we don't need it to go any further than that. To make a logic loop, you need 3 logic gates, one AND, one OR, and one XNOR. Then, to make the loop happen, you need to connect 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 1. Now with our loop made, we just need to connect the AND gate to the switch. In this way, you can just start or stop the cycle by moving the switch. Just to show you guys how the loop works, I put a timer so the logic loop goes slower, so you can see how the gates activate one and another. Bear in mind that you cannot leave any bearing loose because it's going to drain all the power. Now, in this case I'm going to attach the loose bearings to the controller, but I'm not going to make them work because I only need to close the system. As you can see, our alternators have started to pick up the energy of the bearings moving. The way this works is that you are going to make a bearing spin on top of another. In this way, the momentum that you are gaining is being basically multiplying from one to another. In this way, all the momentum is being carried to the end of the bearings. In this way, making them spin really fast and activating the alternator. And now you can see how the alternator has made the first battery. Bear in mind that using this setup, you are about to get more or less like 3% per second. So we can roughly expect a battery in about maybe 40 seconds uh, just in one alternator. That's why we're putting two. Then in the video I put two more, which I attach to the beginning of the system, so we can make more batteries in the meantime. Now, just in case you have to stop the system by brute force, I'm going to show you how. First, you are going to detach the alternators of their bearings. Then you are going to take out the controller, put it back again, and relink all the bearings. In this way, you are going to basically make the bearings go back to set position, which is 0, so they are going to stop moving. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoy and this is useful to you so you can implement it in your game. The mod is really great, but it's a bit grindy, so taking out the need for fuel, it's going to save you minutes or even hours. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and this is it. See you in the next one.